This conference will now be recorded.
Hey everybody, it's Tuesday at 2:30. It is time for our Monday through Thursday podcast at 2:30. The podcast that was previously Monday through Thursday at 1 is now Monday through Thursday at 2:30. Uh, this is the podcast where you will hear the science, just the science. That's all we do here is science. Just the science behind what actually happened in this opioid crisis. If I give you my opinion, I'll tell you, hey, that's my opinion. Okay, but for the most part, we're here for the science. Most of the science that we go over is science that's been done by other researchers. Every now and then, we'll go over some of the science that we've done ourselves, and we've done some pretty darn good science. You're looking at some of it on the screen in front of you. Those four graphs, that's us. In fact, I built those graphs. Um, and what you're looking at there is some of the scientific evidence that we submitted in support of our phase 3 clinical trial with buprenorphine in support of the treatment IND. What we're doing right now is we're going through the second citizens petition page by page, okay, and we're going through the 11 requests that we had of the FDA, and we're going through them one at a time. And today we're going over request number 4. Okay, request number 4 was a request to stabilize and really rescue as many lives as possible and as quickly as possible using the treatment IND. Okay, when we presented the treatment IND in the first citizens petition, so you can go back and review that. Okay, and the treatment IND is something that the FDA came up with after the HIV debacle, after the AIDS crisis. There were new drugs coming out, and people didn't have a way to get access to them, and they died. They may have died anyway, but they wanted to at least give it a try. And so the FDA came up with the treatment IND, treatment investigation on the drug. And so the data that you're looking at there, this is amazing. Okay, on red, on the left, in red, is are people while they're in opioid withdrawal, while they're experiencing the signature sickness, while they're sick. And then in blue on the right there, that's people after they've been on buprenorphine for a while. Okay, and you see the four graphs. Okay, top left-hand corner, we call it the neurotoxicity scale. You can call it the autonomic dysfunction scale. It's measuring the symptoms that people experience when they're sick. When they're sick with the signature disease that our people get when they try to stop taking the opioids. Okay, signature disease because it doesn't occur anywhere else. It's only linked to this specific illness, this specific genotoxicity, this specific damage to the DNA. That's why it's called a signature disease, and that's one of the 5 cornerstones of toxic tort, the type of law that has to do with poisonings. Okay, and so let's go over these 4 graphs one by one. There on the top left hand corner is how the sickness gets better when you put people on buprenorphine, and you can see for yourself the symptoms of the sickness just go away. Okay, they're gone. Okay, the sickness is gone. Okay, we built a neurotoxicity scale, an autonomic dysfunction scale, and you can see there on the left the score is 46.2, and there on the right 0.1. Okay, 99.8% improvement in the symptoms. Now, if the symptoms go away, well, guess what happens? The opioid craving goes away. Our people don't want to take opioids; they just don't want to be sick, and there's a difference. And you're looking at how we measure that. And so there on the left in the red is our people when they're experiencing the sickness are craving opioids like crazy. Okay, you take away the sickness, and hey, the opioid craving goes away. Our people don't want to take opioids. They're not opioid addicts that ever wanted to get high. That's just nonsense put out by the mental health people. And you can see the opioid craving scale falls from 27.1 all the way down to 0.02, just disappears. So you take away the symptoms of the sickness and you take away the opioid craving. Well, guess what? If you take away the symptoms of the sickness and you take away the opioid craving, guess what? Nobody goes out and buys heroin and fentanyl and illegal pills anymore. Okay, so the group of people that were involved in this study, 100% of them had been out buying stuff. They've been on the street buying stuff, 100%. Okay, put them on buprenorphine, 0.4%. And that was mainly linked to when something went wrong at the pharmacy. There were a handful of people who did want to stop their buprenorphine and try to get high. There are a few people who truly do have something called substance abuse disorder. Okay, but they're not opioid addicts. A lot of difference. But overwhelmingly, our people aren't sick. They're not craving opioids. They don't go out and buy anything. And guess what? If they don't go out and buy anything, they're on the bottom right-hand corner. There's no overdose deaths. So there it is right there in front of you. Okay, there's the whole story. That's all you need to do to stop this opioid crisis. Okay, it never was that hard. It never was that difficult. There it is. Okay, there it is. So, so that's our number 4 out of 11. Tomorrow we'll pick up with number 5. Okay, and we'll continue going through this second citizens petition page by page. As always, like and subscribe to us. Let us hear from you. I always enjoy your emails, text messages. I try to be an easy person to get in touch with. Don't forget to post this podcast on your social media and everybody else's social media. Like and subscribe us, and we will see you tomorrow at 2:30. Have a great day. Bye-bye.